We began with the new pressure on President Obama to overhaul immigration laws. The added heat on the president comes as the Arizona state legislature just yesterday passed a controversial immigration bill. Police arrested 9 people who chained themselves to the doors of the Capitol building. In a few moments, we'll talk with the state senator who actually voted for that measure. But I want to start off now, though, joined from Washington by one of the 2 House Democrats who's pressuring the president, Congressman Luis Gutierrez of Illinois. Thank you, Congressman, for joining me.
Good to be with you, Cameron. Good to see you
Absolutely.
again.
It's good to see you, too. Let me ask you, what do you expect or want from the president in light not just of Arizona, but some other actions that have happened that many believe are anti-immigration efforts in this country?
Well, first of all, he should call on his Department of Justice and his Attorney General to challenge the law if it's signed by the governor. That's why we have a Civil Rights Division. This will clearly be, they will clearly be violating the civil rights of many in Arizona. We know who they're going to ask for papers from. It's going to divide the community from the police. The police should have a good relationship with the community that is there to serve and protect and not act as immigration agents. And lastly, Cameron, I think it's very important. Can you imagine if Arizona were to usurp the role of the federal government in terms of the EPA, in terms of banking regulations? Obviously, they could not do that. We should not allow them, this federal government should not allow them to usurp immigration law. It is the responsibility of the federal government to regulate the immigration policies of this country. Because what we're going to have in Arizona is simply profiling. I think you know who they're going to ask. I know who they're going to ask for those documents.
You even use your family, Congressman, as a personal example. You yourself could be, as you put it, profiled in Arizona, and your family, Puerto Rican family, Americans.
Sure. Listen, I once came to the Capitol of the United States with my daughters, and a Capitol Hill police officer asked me for my ID. When I presented my ID, they complained that that ID was false, Cameron. This actually happened about 10 years ago. And you know, Cameron, when I complained, she said I should just go back where I came from. Well, where am I supposed to come from, Cameron? I was born in Chicago. Right. There's not much place for me to go. But that's the problem with anti-immigrant rhetoric, that it kind of stigmatizes a certain group of people. And that's what they're doing in Arizona. And they shouldn't do it because they're going to profile people.
As a result, though, of some of the pressure you would like to see on the administration, you've told or possibly alluded to the fact that you want Latino voters to stay out of the voting booth in the midterm election. Is that the right solution?
Okay, Cameron, here's what was said, and I'm happy you're bringing it up. The reporter said, well, you really don't have anywhere to go, Luis. The Republicans treat you so poorly, so badly, are so anti-immigrant, you are forced into the arms of the Democratic Party. And I said, well, you know, people can refrain from participating and refrain from voting for Democrats. I didn't call for it. No, I haven't I haven't ruled it out. I don't think you should rule anything out, but it's not part of our discussion or our debate today. I think we should focus on the Senate, getting the comprehensive immigration bill done here in the Senate. I think we should focus on the president and making sure that as he sits down today with the Judiciary Chairman Leahy on the nomination of our next Supreme Court Justice, let's get it done. Yeah. Barack Obama made a promise. It's very clear. He was very eloquent and very passionate about it when he ran for President of the United States. And you know something? Millions of people came out to the polls and responded to that pledge and that promise. All we're saying is keep the promise to comprehensive immigration reform.
Congressman Luis Gutierrez of Illinois, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.